And some important breaking news coming in from the Delhi High Court, which has now sought details of the capacity being used in current vaccination drive. In fact, the High Court has asked the vaccine makers and they're saying that there's sufficient capacity. Why is the capacity not being exploited to the fullest? Those are the latest details coming in. This is with regard to India's vaccination drive. The High Court has also sought details of the transportation capacity, the entire logistics of the vaccine drive and details of the cold storage capacity. So High Court essentially wants all of these details at this point in time. Let me go across to Neelashish, who's joining us for more details. Neelashish, if you can take us through what the High Court has said here with regard to the logistic details that it wants over the vaccine drive, and obviously some important questions being raised as well.
Well, yes, first and foremost, it's very important to realize the context here, because the High Court had registered a public interest litigation in a suo moto manner based on a representation by the Bar Council of Delhi, which sought that people in the judicial system, be that judges, court staff and lawyers, should be treated as frontline workers and vaccinations should be made available to them. Now, responding to that, and a notice was issued, so responding to that notice, the Serum Institute of India as well as Bharat Biotech has said that they had excessive capacity for vaccinations. Now, in this light, the court had asked very pertinent questions, asking that if there is sufficient capacity, why is that capacity not being exploited to the fullest, and said that we in this country are either donating or selling vaccinations to other countries without entirely looking into our own needs, and there needs to be a sense of urgency regarding that. Appearing for the centre, the Additional Solicitor General said that there are logistical issues. It is one thing to have vaccines and another to make them and use them in an injectable manner, and these things need to be chalked out. Now, the court agreed that there were logistical issues, but kept questioning whether the resources are being utilized to the best and the fullest capacity. Now, the matter is something that is also a similar matter is before the Supreme Court, which is why the High Court has now adjourned this matter to the 10th of March and has asked, in the meantime, that the Serum Institute as well as Bharat Biotech, they submit on affidavit certain details, and these details especially are regarding four aspects. One is their capacity to produce the vaccination. Second is the current takeoff. Third is the excess capacity they have. And the fourth is their ability and extent to scale up their production.
Right.
Now, the central government must also file an affidavit with details regarding the capacity of transportation and for cold storage, as well as the extent to which these resources are being utilized at this point. So this matter will now be taken up on the 10th of March. And these details will be submitted before the Delhi High Court.
All right, Neelashish, thank you so much for joining us with all of those details, some important points and questions being raised there by the High Court at this point.